Today we are diving together into Great League with the quickest way to get some easy wins. So I'm gonna feature 4 teams in total, and of course, as usual, we're gonna analyze their core breakers and how smart they can be against their opponents. Also, I want to share with you that quickest teams means that they're gonna make quick work of the enemy, and most of the times they're gonna rely on their fast attack. So starting with a Poison Jabber up in front, and the recently buffed up Pokemon, the Nidoqueen, which now has more damage with Poison Fang, which can, I think, help it, but still it's gonna see more play than it used to see. At the back we got the Basil, which is an amazing fighter, and if you're wondering why not Medicham, well, because I want to have some coverage against Stunfisk, and Basil really helps with that. It can resist pretty much anything, and the only neutral damage is gonna be the Rock Slide, which is not that big overall. Dragonair is a safe switch here, and I believe that with Body Slam and Nauka Tail is able to draw out that fairy type that Basil might be afraid of, or a Skarmory or whatever, so the other 2 Pokemon can finish it off and then move forward. However, against Skarmory, which is a core breaker of our team by the way, we're not gonna have a lot of answers because Poison is resisted, counter damage is pretty cool, but still we're taking super effective twice from those fast attacks, and of course Dragonair is gonna throw resisted damage, so yeah, there goes that. So it's all up to you how to play around this matchup. I don't think we're gonna see any of those Skarmories though on the very early battles of Great League, at least this season, so this team can absolutely help you a lot, gain some easy wins and some easy battles pretty fast in GBL. Now for the second team that relies on fast attack pressure in order to get some easy wins, we're gonna have Lantern but with Water Gun here because of that fast attack pressure that we just mentioned, and at the back we got Dragonite over Dragonair and Machamp. So the reason I'm using here Dragonite is because I can see it more like a closer than Dragonair is, and Dragonite also carries the move Super Power, which is absolutely crazy against the steel types, and of course with the flying type you're gonna get resisted damage from those ground moves, which is pretty neat if you ask me. As the safe switch, Machamp, especially on Shadow, can help a lot here with the crazy counter damage, but of course it's gonna struggle against the ghost types, but still you got either Payback or Rock Slide in your arsenal to manage with that threat. What I like about this team is that it can rotate like the previous one around the safe switch to draw out the counter so that the closer can easily finish off the opponent. Lantern definitely needs Water Gun if you need fast battles because of the crazy fast attack pressure, but in general a Spark can also be a really nice asset for you. As a core breaker, Revenant is gonna do a lot of work, especially up on the lead with that Seed Bomb, but I think that Seed Bomb was nerfed this season, so you're not gonna see a lot of Trevenants at all. So that was a pretty nice nerf that will give play to teams like this a lot, and I think that Revenant will be most likely non-existent as it seems. So this team is very strong, relies a lot once again into its fast attack pressure, and the backline can get crazy and out of hand if your opponent isn't prepared for a double fighting or double dragon or even a mix of both. Okay, now I hate myself for this, but we have double charm. Okay, I know what you're thinking, why Ganet are you doing this to me? Well, we got one more team composition, and trust me when I say this, things aren't gonna get any better than that. So we're having double charm for team number 3, and I think that this team is absurdly very good. You're gonna see that the pressure is crazy, the synergy is there unfortunately, and it is gonna work. So even against meta teams, Granbull is gonna do a lot of work on the safe sweet spot, and you need to sacrifice even 2 shields if you have a very bad lead. The only drawback that this team is gonna have is mostly those poison types, so something like a Tentacruel, something like a Halucha like we got over here with Poison Jab, something like a Toxapex. Those Pokemon are gonna be extremely bad for this team. Anything else, even steel types, are playable, especially with Granbull carrying the move Close Combat. So Medicham is a heavy Pokemon up on the lead, able to pressure a lot, and most of the times you want to rotate around your Granbull in order to draw that counter out, try to draw a shield out of them. Most likely they're gonna throw something like a Stunfisk or a Bastiodon, and you're gonna be on a very good spot then with your Alolan Ninetales, able to finish off whatever remains, since that steel type will be destroyed down by your Medicham. With that in mind, I don't think that you're gonna like this team, but for those that want really fast wins, this one can absolutely help you out, and this is the purpose of this video. So yeah, I just recommend it to you. And if you think that Double Charm is pretty bad, well, Grassol is here to mess things around even more. So this team is a reliable all-time around classic team that I think is gonna get with the fastest wins ever. You got Basildon upon the lead, you have Victory Bell at the back, and for those that do not know what is happening here, you got a core of those two, and then the third Pokemon can be pretty much anything, something like a Venusaur, something like a Grottle, a Tropius, a Medicham, a Deoxys, a Sableye, a Trevenant, whatever you like, you can use it as your safe switch. Nobody's gonna care because yeah, this team is extremely safe, but if it gets the correct alignment, nothing can escape it. Since Basildon up on the lead is most likely gonna hold down that ice type, those grasses, the flyers, this is absolutely crazy, even the fire types, so it is gonna lose straight and square to fighters and grounds. So here is where the backline can help a lot with Deoxys and Victory Bell. Victory Bell, especially as a closer, can pretty much defeat anything that isn't flying in the 2-shield scenario, and Deoxys with that amazing moveset that it has will provide a lot of coverage. Of course it's gonna struggle a lot against ghost types, but anything else is absolutely playable. You can rely on it with any moveset. I recommend going with Thunderbolt and Psycho Boost, but of course Rock Slide I can see having some really nice impact in the meta, especially against the ice types and the fires. So as a core breaker here I have the steel typing Trash Can, the Registeel, but other than that I think you're gonna be in a deep trouble if you have unsafe matchups. So it's all about having the safer matchup ever with this team. You want fast battles, you have to take the risk, it's always a gain and give situation. So yeah, it's all about that. So that is gonna be all for today, trainers. Thank you for watching and for staying till the end. Just be sure to leave a huge like before you go, and of course consider subscribing to the channel if you are new around here. With that said, I want to say a huge thank you to all of my members, and if you want to be a member of your own, just be sure to do so, because it's gonna help me and my videos even more to provide more content like this. Thank you for watching. Until the next time, feel free to check one of these two videos that might be just of interest to you, so that you can see more of my content and understand me a little bit better.